What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy AG the Dad with another episode of the Fitness Tip of the Week with Vince the Beast from Fitness Major. Today, we had some callers, some fans out there that had some questions, and today is the day you're gonna get answers. So, without further ado, man, let me bring on the man with the master plan. He's up with a never mind. You know the song. What's up? What's up? Vince the Beast. What's cracky lacking?
Hey, brother. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm always doing good when it comes to physical fitness, man. Staying healthy, trying to live one more day. You know,
Absolutely.
know your reason why, everybody.
Man, please do. Hope you
So,
did your homework last week, everybody.
yeah. So, what's the plan, man? What's the message of the week? What's the
Well, I
tip?
mean, like you said, shout out to all the fans, the listeners, those that listen, of course, and especially those that send comments or requests. Again, this is an interactive show. The show is for you guys. So if there's something you want to know about or have questions about, concerns about, or tried, or thinking about trying, just hit the line, call us up direct, uh, send an email. If you've been listening, come on, y'all. If y'all been listening for the last couple months or whatnot, you know how to reach out. It's all about you putting the application in and reaching out and getting that process started. But if you don't, of course, we're going to post it. As you see the emails right here, you know, call the phone numbers, check the website. Hey, however you want to reach out. But if you have questions, again, these shows are for you. So drop that line, like, subscribe, share, become a fan, become a participant. We love that. We love that interaction. So we did, like you said, we did get a question about saunas and sauna suits. So we're gonna turn up the heat today. Turn up the heat. Um, and as I said before, a lot of it depends. That whole it depends again. So they are depending on your goals or depending on what you're reaching out for, is the answer. So they're not good or bad. They can cause effects. They can have some benefits. So we're gonna start with some of the benefits and the pros of saunas and sauna suits. And some of them may apply to both. Some of them may apply to one or the other. So, why do people want to get sauna suits first and foremost? Well, they want them because, of course, it feels like it's almost summer now, at least out here where we are. But, the weather's turning and the sun's out longer. People want to look good. They want to feel good. They want to be out there on the beach. They want to be jogging and bike riding. They want to be out with their stomach out, with their abs out, with their shoulders out. You know, they want to look good. And there's a thing that goes around all the time, and it's been around for decades before I even became a trainer. About I wear sauna suits or go in the sauna. That's how you burn fat. That's how you lose weight. So some of the pros again, yes, you do have some benefits when it comes to getting in the sauna, and even also in wearing like a sauna a vest or a suit. So disclaimer for all you listeners, I have been trying one out for it's like a vest for about 2 months, 3 months, because I've never used one before. All the times I've trained, all the years I've been training, I've never used one. But people ask about it, so I say no. It's a good time. I need to try it out and just see, if it does make a difference. I can lose a few pounds myself right now. So let me see if there's benefits and how it goes. So I tried the vest. I've tried I tried it with the cream, one of the creams that you were supposed to put on your body. And from my viewpoint, what I've found kind of goes along with a lot of the things I've known about before. It does turn up the heat. Like I said, it does raise your metabolic rate, which is a good pro for losing weight or burning calories more, which of course can lead to losing weight. Um, it does make you sweat, which I don't like to do personally. I've also found that I didn't see much of a difference in circumference measurements. Immediately, like right after you take it off, type deal, yes, but as an overall deal, I don't believe that it was a factor in circumference of my own composition, and that's my experience with it myself. I don't know if you tried one before. Have you tried one?
Many times.
Okay.
You got me snacking.
Oh man. Okay. Well, let me keep going then. Get your snack in.
Mhm.
So
Eating almonds,
there you
that good
go.
stuff. Good for
Oh
your heart.
yeah, that's good protein and good fats, healthy fats. So I some of the benefits I found, when things that do help, it can help you. Both of them detox, can detox either in the sauna, which is why a lot of people were getting there before, especially if you like went out the night before and had a lot of drink, or if you're just trying to detox and get some cleansing out, open up your pores, because obviously it does heat up, it opens up your pores so you can detox and or cleanse your body more so in the sauna than necessarily the suit, because obviously, although they do have those full body suits, because there's so many suits, like, and I looked it up last week just to see what's out there now. They have, everyone likes to use the waist ones or the vest. I mean, but they have full like rain suits. They have all types of stuff. They have hoodie suits. They have so much stuff out now. So I don't even know if I have enough to break it down in this particular show, because the suits itself are varied. So I'm gonna leave some of the suits in with the after I do the pros and cons. So now I'll try to summarize those real quick for you. But detoxing and cleansing, obviously, it opens up your pores. So if you sweat, you can sweat out, your bad toxins, or like I said, like alcohol, or if you're a smoker, or just in general, like if you just need to cleanse out. Those are some of the benefits of obviously opening up your pores and sweating. It can drop weight, like if you're trying to do like a photo shoot that morning, or coming up, a lot of you see a lot of athletes that get in the sauna, a lot of fighters, a lot of even some bodybuilders, if they're trying to if you're trying to make weight, even the military, if they're trying to make a quick weight cut to try to get to a certain number, it can help with that, but it's water weight that you're dropping. So, like, if anybody, I know you're big in MMA like me. So anybody that watches the MMA fights, or when they do the weigh-ins the day before, if anybody really watches that and they see how they look when they weigh in, and then when they see them the next day when they step in the ring and they announce them, usually they look fuller. Well, sometimes, and I've never done this myself. I've always tried to, when I was competing, I prepared myself to where the week of, or when they call peak week, I'm already in a good position to where I don't have to do like any detoxing or cutting off my water or any of that stuff, because, and I'll get into the reasons why for that in a minute. Again, I don't want to jump the gun, but you'll see the difference when they go in and they look leaner, but they get that electrolytes back in them. They try drinking water right after. A lot of times they're just sitting in the sauna or in the sauna suits, and they're just sweating out, and they're just sweating all their water, because our body is made up of a lot of water. So because of that, but again, so if that's your goal, maybe you're going to the beach that morning and you want to have that appearance, that there is a benefit, um, short term benefit. Your joints, those that are older, um, those that are dealing with like fibromyalgia or like any type of joint pain, muscular pain. I know you got the Warriors on Tuesday. Um, Getting in like a sauna can help warm up your body. So like your joints that are stiff can loosen them up. If you have stiff muscles, you see people stretching in the saunas sometimes, doing some stretches
Mm-hmm.
because it helps to loosen your body up. Because that's
You
what you do when you warm up before you work out. You heat your body up, heat your core temperature up, heat your muscles up, get your body
right.
prepared for the work.
The only problem with the MS people going in saunas is for them, heat is their enemy. When they
Yeah,
go in
there,
there,
there there are some that have, yeah.
yeah, they're so for them, they would probably stay away from it. At least the people that I know that have MS, they really go up and beyond to stay cool.
Yeah.
You know, so and you were asking me as far as do I use saunas? Every time I go to the gym, um, when I'm done with my workout, I try to put in a minimum of 15 minutes in the sauna.
Okay.
If I can get 30 to 45, I do that. And um, when people say, well, do you do sauna or steam room? Me personally, um, I I used to do both. Now I only do them when I need. Like so during allergy season, I will incorporate steam sauna
Mm-hmm.
because it opens up my sinuses and
Mm-hmm.
helps with allergies. Um, but I still would do dry sauna because I just feel like it gives me more expulsion of any of my, like you were saying, your um,
Open up your pores.
all the bad stuff that you've
Detox.
been indulging in the past helps to get them out of your body, your detox.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was doing it just because I know that the foods we eat have a lot of things in it that might be questionable, the sugars and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel better after I detox. The only other thing is I suggest, and this is just a suggestion, after you sauna, immediately after, um, rinse off because you have all this dirt and pores on the outside of your pores while your pores is open,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as you dry up and cool down, your pores close up. So all that dirt just kind of closes up back in it. So you want to
Right.
get it off. So I try to shower within 15 minutes of getting out of a sauna. So I mean, it works for me. That's my the way I do it. Sauna suits. Everybody that I've ever seen in a sauna suit, they tell me, just like use this analogy. When a fighter goes to fight and he knows he's a couple pounds overweight, he gets in a sauna suit and goes in a sauna, and he might drop a pound or two. And like Vince the Bee said, it's just water weight. Um, as soon as you drink some water, your body's going, oh, we lost a lot of water, so it's going to retain all that again. So the only way to get it off is to burn fat. Water retention, your body has a certain amount of water that it requires every day, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to retain it or expel it as it needs. And if it's depleted, it will hold in water. If you notice, people who drink a lot pee a lot. Drink People who don't drink a lot, don't pee that often. And therefore, your body builds up toxins. You want to urinate. I mean, urination gets rid of the toxins in your body as well, because that's why you have all these filters in your body. That's why they say 8 glasses of water a day minimum is good for you. So I hope that helps somebody. Um, for me, that's what I do. And sorry for having the almonds. I was snacking. I wasn't expecting to be asked a question because
No, you're good.
I'm
No
not the
worries.
master technician. You
Yeah,
know,
no worries. It's all good. As you
you know.
saw, I just held up my gallon of water. So,
Yes,
we have the analogy: the more you drink, the more you flush, and
right,
that's true. Like when you drink more fluids, you flush more out because you got to go to the bathroom. And
right,
that's another way of detoxing and cleansing your body is by that, and also increasing blood flow, oxygenation, because water flows through your bloodstream. What's your bloodstream? It's oxygen and it's blood. right? Fluid. So the more you drink, the more it helps with flushing and all that. But that's another story for another day with the water. But that's just one piece of it. Yes, like you said, the water weight. So some of the things you have to look out for, and again, as we always say, check with a doctor. If you know you have some different things going on with your body, if you have some chronic diseases, if you have some weight issues, if you know you have issues with different things, migraines, strokes, whatever, you definitely want to check with a doctor and ask them to see if you're good personally, individually, to do something like this. Not much, obviously, not as much of the suits itself, although the full suits, again, I'll get into more of those. But especially when it comes to like steam rooms and saunas and even hot tubs, because there's some of the adverse effects is like heat stroke, exhaustion. Again, like you said, it leads to, because you're sweating out. You're releasing water and fluids out your body. You're basically drying yourself out. So obviously, if you're in a hot environment while you're drying yourself out, that can lead to exhaustion, muscle fatigue, and it can even lead to heat stroke, like those that like to go outside and sit outside or work out outside in like sauna suits, or go jogging, go running in sauna suits. You have to be cautious of that depending on the day. Like I said, it's been warmer out here lately. So, and depending on where you are in the country or even in the world, there's some places that are drier than others. If you have moisture in the air, like if you're in the East Coast, Southeast, you get away with a little bit more. Whereas if you're like somewhere like Arizona, Nevada, Utah, even Southern California, it can be drier. So you got to be careful with things like that. Also, again, if fluid helps the blood, so muscle cramps, you got to be cautious of cramps. You don't want to be cramping up, obviously, especially like if you do it after a workout where your muscles are already fatigued and depleted, and usually you're not drinking a lot of fluid while you're working out. So you add that with getting to like a sauna or something to where you're drying yourself out more, can lead to muscle cramps. Of course, dehydration is another one which we just talked about. This is obviously a bad thing because that can lead to, at least for me, when I'm dehydrated, I start getting migraines. So headaches, migraines, nausea, other side effects that could come from that. And honestly, like one thing I don't like about the hot tubs, I mean not the hot tubs, but the saunas, is germs. You know, there's a lot of places, a lot of these, especially these just corporate gyms, they don't necessarily go in there and clean out. And even if you like some, like, and there's people, I know people that go in there and they're sick. That's the reason why people go in the saunas and hot and steam rooms, because they're sick and they want to cleanse out. Well, the problem with that is it doesn't kill the germs. So now you come in there after this person that's been hacking and coughing, especially in this day and era when we have things like COVID, and now you're inhaling that. So obviously, knowing where you go and knowing how they clean out the place or take care of it maintenance wise is a factor that you have to factor in now. In always, but especially more so nowadays.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's kind of funny you brought that up too. Um, I know that there are some people that when they come in, first thing they do is they spray Lysol disinfectant in the place, and then they put I want to say it's called echinacea or eucalyptus oil,
Eucalyptus, yeah.
eucalyptus oil, and they'll rub it around or drop it around, and then it'll smell a lot better, and that's supposed to be good for you. But the killing the germs, and sometimes I wonder, because this is a question for me to you. What about the fact that the levels of heat are so high? Doesn't that kill, you know, uh, the cold? Because it's like 170 degrees, 160 degrees.
There are some germs that die in heat, just like there's some that die in cold.
Mhm.
But I mean, of course, I'm not a scientist, so I don't want to say yes or no to any and all. But
Mhm.
at the
Makes
same
sense though.
time,
It makes sense that you're gonna get sick if other people who are sick were in there
yeah, but
before
saying, I
you.
mean, look at those that work I mean, last time I got in the sauna, I got a cold, and that was years ago. I haven't been there in a long time, but you know, a year and a half ago, or whatever, they was like, oh yeah, summertime's coming, COVID's gonna die because of the heat.
Right. I remember that. I remember people were
And
saying
what
talking that.
happened? You know,
People
and
were
so
still dying
so
from it.
there's germs. There's germs, obviously, and unless you're in the biochemist or something like that, or you're into infectious diseases, you know, those are the people that are qualified to really know those. But
Mhm.
just from experience, I know that germs, a lot of them don't die in heat. So there are some germs that you can get while you're sitting in the sauna. So like I said, spraying it down obviously is a good way to do it. Go in there, don't sit down. Is another way. Obviously, if you're not touching anything, will help. Of course, washing your hands or sanitizing. Like I said, washing off immediately after you walk out. You know.
When I go in the sauna, and maybe some of these people are maybe the gym. I mean, they don't really even say anything. Those little for the swimming pool, those little plastic styrofoam little. I forgot what you call them. Those little float assistants
Uh huh.
padding. I just grab one of those, take it in the sauna with me, put it on the thing, and I sit on that. So I'm not sitting directly on the thing. When I'm done, I wash it off and put it back in the pile of the other stuff, so that it's I'm not sitting directly on it.
Yeah, and
So
some people even bring their own stuff. So
right,
there's ways of doing it, but overall, like that's just some of the adverse things when it comes to that. I've experienced personally, but just in studies as well.
right.
Rashes, particularly like with things like these sauna suits, like eczema and different rashes you can get because especially if you're having it tight to your skin. Because what you do
Hmm.
is you're trying to tighten it up, and you're trying to because you're trying to quote unquote slim your waist or whatever however you have your thighs. So I
Hmm.
mean, so heat and sweat, and there's no release of it all. It's just all compacted. Can lead to getting skin rashes, even burns.
Hmm. Also when I went in, I remember the first time I went in the sauna, I went in barefoot, and there was a doctor in there, and he said to me the same thing I say to everybody else that comes in barefoot: "You're brave."
Hmm.
And I looked at him kind of crazy, like, "What do you mean I'm brave?" And he said, "You ever heard of athlete's foot?" And
Hmm.
I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "This is one of the main places that it could come from,
Yeah.
because everybody's sweating all their different sweat and pH balances, and it's
Hmm.
all coming to the ground and festering. And then you got people spitting on the floor. You got people um, pouring water on themselves. There's all kinds of different things, and it's on the floor. Now you stepped in it.
People work out in there now.
Yes,
I've
and
seen people working out in those places. I mean, like I said,
so wear
stretching, of
shoes. Yeah,
course.
wear
So
shoes.
yeah, I mean,
Wear
yeah,
shoes.
you're
That's all
just
I'm gonna
you're
say.
just having you're
Slippers.
just droplets all over and all types of secretion and all that goes into. So you got to be cautious of all that. I mean, just be aware. And it's not. I'm not trying to tell people don't do it or do it. It just depends on what you're doing it for. All the bit pros that I said are great pros. Those are good reasons to do it. But if you think you're doing this for fat loss, no. The best way for fat loss is obviously a good diet and and strenuous, intense exercises, and getting good rest. Because, like I said before, in one of the pillars, you burn the most fat when you sleep because your body is at rest and it's able to recover and regenerate, and you're not consuming anything. So your body basically goes into a fasted state and it consumes your fat for fuel. So if you're doing this for fat loss, um, or if you're doing it to really shape yourself, um, it's not the best avenue. I don't don't think that this is going to be the way to do it, because most studies show that it's not a good avenue for fat loss in itself. So, couple things about, we talked about the different suits. Oh my God, there's so many. So of course there's you see the videos a lot on TikToks and Instagrams and all that. They got the waist trainers.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I mentioned, something like I have it's just a vest. It really is just a vest, and it tightens up, whatever. And then they have like those, look like those, again, those rain suits. Like it's like basically it's like a jumpsuit, and it's all plastic. So a lot of the waist trainers, and those are, a lot of them are, I want to say, I don't know if it's cotton. I don't know the material itself. Nylon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's like nylon or cotton. It's not very breathable, but in that point, it's not it's not huge. It's not a huge problem in the sense of releasing and sweating and oxygen. Because here's what happens when you sweat. Your body sweats. One of the main reasons why you sweat is so your body can regulate its balance of its temperature. So here's the problem when you get into especially like the suits, like the full suits, your body can't breathe. So I mean, like it's just, it's like covering your mouth. Obviously we know about masks. Like
Mm-hmm.
how much oxygen is getting through your mouth, to your lungs, through your nose and your mouth when you have your mask on. Especially depending on what type you have. If you have like a N95 or a KN95 mask, it's hard to get any oxygen through. Everything's just suffocating. Well, that's what you're doing when your body, which obviously further leads to uh, being hot, um, heat stroke, high temperatures, headaches, fevers, body cramping up, shortening, shut down. So dehydration. So I'm not. I don't. If you're trying to burn fat, I don't recommend the sauna suits. And even with the vests and or the waist trainers, the problem that a lot of people do, they're like, oh, I want to have the itty bitty waist. Women, I want to have that itty bitty waist, or I want to have, guys, I want to have that cobra, that V taper, and they will tighten that thing as tight as they can. And what a lot of studies have shown over the years, it has, a lot of doctors did a lot of research on it. What you're doing, and what is around your waist. It's your organs, your liver, it's your vitals, and a lot of them they're doing it so tight that they are putting stress on those organs. Now, obviously, you don't want that, because that's going to lead to a
Mm-hmm.
whole another health issue. A lot
That's
of
something,
health issues.
that's probably something that a lot of people don't even think about.
No, they
That
don't.
they put it on like, oh, let me put it on as tight as I can because that way I make sure I sweat.
Right.
Just like
Or
when you were
make sure
talking about,
it slims down, it tightens up.
right, right. And then just like you were saying about um sleep is when you lose the most weight because your body is actually working. And people say, well, then what about when you're just sitting there and you're not doing stuff? You're resting, but the difference is your body is looking for food, and you're still consuming during those times. Just like you said, you go to sleep, you're fasting, and for a good 6, 8, 9 hours you don't eat nothing, you're asleep. That's why your body's losing weight. Just think about that analogy, because when you sit in a chair, do absolutely nothing but play on the computer all day and stuff your face, of course you're not going to lose weight, you're going to gain weight. But
Yeah,
hey,
well, if you're sitting there, you're still active. I mean, your body's still active in a sense, because you're up, you're sitting upright, or you're moving around, you're looking around, you're touching stuff, you're reaching here, and you're not. I mean, a lot of times you're not going to just sit there for hours on end. You're getting up from sporadically, whereas when you're sleeping, your body is actually just in relax mode, like it is completely resting. Of course, you know, like I said before, don't eat, not eating before you go to bed is obviously one of the ways to help, because if you eat right before you go to bed, obviously your body's going to just burn the food that you have in your stomach. But if you have nothing in your stomach, then your body goes after its internal storage. And as we talked about before, once you get past the 20, and when it comes to exercise, at least the 20, 30 minute of aerobic exercise, you start getting into the fat burning zone. Obviously, it takes a little longer when you're resting, but you're resting for multiple hours. So if you have nothing in your stomach, your body starts to use other things to help not necessarily fuel you, but to regenerate your muscles, especially if you work out or if you exercise. So, but with the sauna suits, yeah, you definitely, that's some of the things that the problem that waist trainers that you tend to come across is, people would put them on too tight, and especially if you do this for months on end, or people are doing it for a long time, and it can cause some internal problems with your organs, and for women even more so. There's other things that can some studies have shown it can affect your menstrual cycle and all the internal stuff. So in short, in closing with everything, there are pros, like I mentioned, there are cons. Um, be cautious, be aware of who you are and where you are in your health. Speak with your physician or professionals if you're not sure, and just take the precautions. Take all this in. It's really about education. To start saying, "Oh, that's good, that's bad," per se. It's to educate you on what you need to prepare for and why you're doing it. Because again, if you're doing it for fat loss, it's not the avenue for it. Detox and cleansing, yes.
And with that being said, make sure you share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And I'll do it a little faster this time since, some of y'all out there think a little faster. So share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And don't forget to like. And after you do all that, and you want to know more, and you don't want to wait another week to get another fitness tip, one tip at a time, you can get all the tip right here. You call that man right there, he gonna give you all the tips you need. You can get that tip right there at that number, 916-410-1950, and he'll give you a bunch of tip. And he will make sure that you are in shape. Or you know what? If for some reason you don't have a phone, you didn't pay your bill, or you're gonna just say, you know what, I don't need this bill. I'm not gonna pay it because I need to get in shape. Then email him, because everybody can go to Starbucks and sit in there and use their Wi-Fi for free. And you could email fitnessmajor@gmail.com, and he will correspond with you back and forth and help get you to where you need. And you can set up some arrangement to compensate him for his time. But I'm sure he will chat with you, at least your first consultation for free. Okay. Remember,
Absolutely.
we're chatting with Vince the Beast with Fitness Major. Um, man, uh, now that I did my little spiel of ranting, back to our closing scheduled program.
Yeah, like AG said, man, definitely, you know, hit those tabs. Reach out, share, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Of course, always share with a friend, because there's always someone that can use this, even if you're not ready. There may be someone that that is on that path, or is ready. So sharing is caring. So get out there, spread the word, inspire many. Change begins with you. You have to apply it yourself.
Yep. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, Vince the Beast, man, thanks for the tip of the week. I'm glad we were able to address one of our fans out there. Hope that helped you. If you have any more questions or concerns, or maybe you want to say thank you to Vince the Beast, you know how to do it. Um, man, next
Yes,
week it is.
thank you, fans. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate, again. I appreciate to the utmost all that the fans do. Everybody that reaches out and comments, and those that have questions and want feedback. So
Yes,
I
because
mean,
without,
that's what this is all about.
yeah, without y'all, there's no us. There's no reason for us, and we're here. We're here every Wednesday at 6:30 for your fitness tip of the week. Every Tuesday, we're here for the In the Light of a Warrior, the MS Warrior. She talks about her um, journey with MS. That's every Tuesday at 6. And on Sundays, we have Pastor Phil over at Calvary Christian Center. Um, Morning service at 9:30 every Sunday. So please um, chime in, check in, share, like, subscribe, notification, tap in, email. The more you invest in helping me, the more I can invest into helping all of you. Um,
Yes, and thank you to AG. Thank you for bringing these people on. I've listened to, I've seen Pastor Phil preach in person, and I've heard him on the podcast. I've been on and I've listened to Mind of a Warrior. I mean, so we appreciate you for bringing us to this platform to help
hey,
educate and progress people.
no problem. For me, Shit Talking Sundays was created to educate people, think outside the box, no racism, no bullying. Man, I just want people to grow. Shit talking doesn't have to be synonymous with negativity. Just like I always say, you hit the lottery, what's the first thing you're going to do? Tell your best friend, your mother, your father, or your mother, father. Um,
Mhm.
and you're going to definitely talk some shit. And chances are it's going to be positive. Um, so, that's where I'm at with that. And yeah, you're welcome, everybody. Any other things that anybody else wants to learn more about, man, reach out to me. I'm almost down to try to bring some more stuff to light for you. So I guess if you have something and nothing else to say, man, then we out.
We out, brother. Time to
All right.
get this evening going right.
Everybody stay blessed. It is hump day Wednesday, so know your reason why, get to humping. And just for a shit talking Sundays fact, um, this is the last week for you to be able to have a child to claim for the 2022 tax season or 2023 tax season. So just letting you know, your last week, because 9 months from now we'll be in a whole nother year. So just fun fact. All right. I'm AG the dad. That man over there is Vince the Beast. And stay tuned next week for another episode of the fitness tip of the week. Peace.